Bueno, hola y bienvenidos. Vamos a jugar a Panteón Marino. Vamos. Es el primer DLC de nuevo Rapture. Media, vale. Espero que este DLC esté tan bien como espero. Y como tú espera todo el mundo, porque todo el mundo tiene mucha fe en este DLC. Espero que sea la polla. Hombre, volvemos a Rapture, tiene que ser la polla. Pues solo por ver Rapture en la calidad gráfica que tiene este juego ahora. Por supuesto lo estoy jugando en Ultra.
We're closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
Ya no.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
El fuego para empezar, pues. Ajá. Debes de llevarlo, imagino. Tú, basta. Eso es importante siempre. Joder, espérate un segundo, que tengo parece demasiada sensibilidad. Tú, F, ¿qué estoy haciendo? Lo juro. Vete a la porra. Mira, a ver. Tranquilo, que lo puedo encender desde atrás.
Well, you gotta name this.
Elizabeth.
Sí, me encanta cuando encender ahí. ¡Fua! Toma.
You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl. This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
Sí. Así mierda. Sabe que la voy a seguir. Sí, es verdad. Maputo. Sí, hay que coger todo, vamos. Un fresco, a ver qué más tenemos por aquí. Joder. Eso es una de las cosas que fallaban de juego sin estando. Puedes registrar cosas a distancias increíbles. Con lo cual dices, ¿qué estoy registrando? Dice, eso de allí. Dice Santa. Si eso ya lo había hecho. Oh.
Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know. But I know someone who does. Follow me.
Como mola. ¿Cómo se ve? Sí, me tomaré un momento para verlo. Uy, la ballena por ahí.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking.
Muy chulo, la verdad.
Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
Robar mierda. ¿A dónde vas? Vale, pues déjame investigar. Dios. Anda.
He's a big fish in an awful small pond, you ask me.
Anything you say, pal.
If I was running things, I'd say, why just one city? Why not two, eh? Why not three?
3 Raptures, Muy buenico. Me encanta la portada de cantante ese. Fumarse cigarrillos es bueno. Hincharse alcohol también. Un segundo que mire más cosillas, hombre. Que mola. Rapture. Tú estabas más lejos. Has vuelto.
What happened to these children? What are they?
No, no.
Have you been? Cabin in Arcadia? Little Sisters. Atom factories.
It's grotesque.
Ahí están las distintas.
Compromise? Is that why we came?
What do they even look
Oh,
like?
como mola.
What you mean? They're just some kind of machine. But I say you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic before you're allowed to vote on it.
Fua.
Otherwise,
Eso va a acabar en el otro lado.
it's does more harm than good.
Who would judge that? A system like that invites abuse?
Having a benevolent dictator.
Mola, mola. O sea, se han dado cuenta que quieren mover por las ventanas y han puesto chorradas que molan.
He works for Ryan's security firm. I got it first hand.
Funny.
What?
You're not knowing about the Little Sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, that it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Oh, perfecto.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Mola.
Refreshment, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
Sí, fua. Sí, los poderes ahí chetos. Quizás podemos pasar aquí.
Ah, Mr. DeWitt. Back again. And so soon.
Rate you're going through, it looks
No
like
puedo
you made
permitirme esto,
advance
¿no?
on your fee.
No tengo pasta. ¡Coño! Vamos a ver. ¡Ay, casi!
Best quit while you're ahead.
Cago en... Vamos, tengo $6. Mira, estúpidos plátanos. 7, he ganado entonces. ¡Ajá! Vale. Y aquí, nada de nada, ¿no? Pues vamos a ver la historia entonces.
Are you in the know? Innovation and competition are what fuel Rapture. But that fuel can be diluted with rumor or flat-out lies. The rumor monger asks, what are these so-called splicing side effects? Well, take a look around you. Do you see anything wrong with your neighbor? The rumor monger asks, why has Tenenbaum withdrawn from the public's eye? Dr. Tenenbaum is a scientific mind unparalleled, even in Rapture. She's no doubt in her lab, toiling away at her next great innovation. I heard she was in cahoots with Fontaine. Merely slander from jealous naysayers. Remember, Rapture competes through innovation, not cheap shots. Bridget Tenenbaum is a woman who represents the best of science and industry. In other words, she's a Rapture gal. Now you know.
Oh, Dios. Me encantan estas máquinas. Son una especie de nodo de Rapture. ¡Hala! Ya soy feliz, ya me he comprado la botella de champán. Que eso es gratis. Uy, va. Mira, lo tenía gratis. Y más gratis. Bueno, y ahora bien emborrachados. Ajá. Sí, siempre tienen algo aquí que robarles. Pues no. Tú, esta botella de champán parece más pro. Da igual. Porque no estoy borracho todavía.
He gets that from his father. No one from my side.
I told her. Someone has two eyes.
Mr. DeWitt, I'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Yo creo que ya manda a la puerta.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're
No
expected.
mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the artist struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
Oh, esto mola. O sea, 3 opciones. Vale. Regla de oro. Disco Rapture. La página del artista. Vale. Convertir en el objetivo actual de momento. No sé cuál era, así que... como mola el fuego.
What brought you to Rapture?
A man.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
How is Ryan taking over Fontaine's business any different than, say, eminent domain? It's just the hand of government coming down.
Venga, tira. ¿Qué mierda estás haciendo? Vámonos, anda. Que lo malo es que la guía es ella. Porque mapa... No, sí, pollas. No tienes nada de eso.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Vale. A robar máscaras. Flor. Cabezo gigante.
Please, come in.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you?
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box.
Oh, I would like so much to understand.
In this piece, Cohen intended to show us the struggle of the great.
Damn. Must be somewhere else.
Haga fuerte que no se puede abrir.
All that in that little picture?
Yes, in fact. Now, did your companion go
Oh, what's this one?
Ah,
Please, it's so beautiful. What does it mean?
My dear,
perfecto.
it's something truly extraordinary. Shall I explain?
Oh, yes, please. Tell me everything. You're so knowledgeable. Why, you must be an artist yourself.
Me da igual, debe estar en otro sitio, pero...
But I'm no saint.
Pero yo me acabo de emborrachar de free.
Anything here only you could show me?
Mierda.
Yes. Right over here.
Ah, sí. Wow. No mira aquí, pero vamos.
You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoon.
Vámonos.
Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education? Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Ah, ahora tendré que poner lado de opciones. Ah, no creo que sea autopuesto, vamos. Espérate.
Gone.
Welcome.
You see that dish I walked in with? Well, you give her the star treatment, pal. That'll make it worth your while.
Of course, right away.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
I beg your pardon?
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
I can assure you that...
The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
I don't think so. Hit the brakes, you tramp!
Get your hands off me!
Only one
Bueno,
place
pero...
left.
La pasta está aquí. A ver qué más hay. Nada, nada, nada. Nada, nada, nada posta. Yo que bien entretenido, hija de puta. Va, aquí no hay wiki para emborracharme, vámonos. Bueno. Pues si no quieres que me vaya, pues nada. Ah, aprovecharé ahora, cabrona. Es que en medio de la puerta, para joder.
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Entonces no podemos llevar las joyas, gatito. Llévate las joyas. Roba, roba.
It's temporary.
Temporary. Just like gulag. Temporary.
I don't have all the flaws and drawbacks other people have. You know.
Tira, venga. ¿Dónde está? Debe estar aquí, eso es. Rapture Records.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course.
What is this piece?
It's by Trine, but of course, covered by Mr.
Where's he
Ryan.
hiding that box?
Lovely? Oh, music does something to me. Especially something in this vein. It's almost primal, isn't it? Part of us that exists
Mola.
for thoughts, for logic, purely sensual.
Venga, ¿dónde está el típico maletín de mafia?
That we never knew existed.
There you are, you little son of a
Oh,
bitch.
it's so intoxicating.
But also powerful and masculine. I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
Tú, vámonos. Vamos.
Sexual intimacy is no different than any other...
I'm not looking to...
Good. We've located the mask.
Third time's a charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Sí, pero antes...
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You've got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Amazing what a few months
Voy a subir aquí a posta, a ver. ¡Hombre! ¡Más máquinas! Vamos, vamos, la lotería. Madre mierda de máquinas.
So, what kind of field?
I see you've earned your reputation as a gambler, Mr. Blair.
Are you in the know? You've doubtlessly sampled products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend the parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The council asked that Ryan Industries assume the burden of stewardship of Fontaine's ill-gotten assets. And Andrew Ryan accepted that burden for the people of Rapture. Now all citizens can enjoy these products, free of criminal taint. Now you know.
Perhaps you'd like to try earning one as a detective.
Otra ronda más. Vaya mierda. Después te mola.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's.
Esta tienda todavía no la hemos visto. Es que quiero ver la tienda. Quiero ver todo el Rapture que está bien hecho. Antes de ir a entrar justo.
signore.
¡Qué cabrón! Me hablan italiano, perfecto. Solo tengo algo que decirle. Margarete. Así, mierda. No hago algo en la peli.
Days. Her little girl's been missing for days.
Vacío. Sí, bueno, voy a acabar el juego siendo borracho. Joder.
Suchong observed strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Suchong's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of a Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Su Chong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Esto es Records, ¿no? ¿Qué es esto? En realidad son... Ah, las cabinas telefónicas, están guapas estas. Pues pasta. Bueno, vamos para allá. Aunque antes se le puede comprar este tabaco. Uy, la pena.
I went through basic with decent sort. The Italians. Papa.
The great chain guides all of our efforts, even if we can't see.
Pues ahora no me acuerdo dónde estaba. Desde luego no puede ser por arriba. Era totalmente por abajo. Este lo hemos visto.
Whatever that barber did to you, I hope he's retained a capable attorney.
Qué cabrona. Vamos a ver otro de estos. Big Daddy.
Are you in the know? The Big Daddy may look imposing, but he's a gentle giant. Do you know all he does for Rapture? These metal jets are the hands that maintain Rapture, digging the foundation out of the seabed and guiding structural supports into place. Where do these metal mysteries come from? Sorry, chum, that's a Ryan Industries trade secret. Now you know.
Oh, aquí no hemos estado todavía. Mola un huevo la cafetería estilos años 50. Bueno, mucho antes, pero bueno.
Hello, Booker. Where have you been hiding her?
Tranquila, paso a la cocina como si nada. Si no hay nada en la caja. Digamos que el negocio no le va muy bien. ¿Los baños? No. Bien. Morros de cerdo. Ah, piñas. Y café, ¿por qué no?
I had all of these visions before coming down here of Utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in a closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to Utopia, is that it still has the people.
Todo vacío. Vaya, asusta. Hostia. Buah. Ahí te tienes que saber algo, vamos, que todavía no. Vamos ya, Cornel.
This better work. Otherwise, we'll certainly look the fools.
Trust me.
Joder.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Antes quiero ver. Sí, mola. Buah, es turbio.
Dance, dance, move! Move, that's right, that's right.
Me encanta. La has montado todo bastante chulo y bastante mola. Dios, como mola la cabezota. Sí, la verdad es que se han currado muchísimo el escenario de Rapture. Me encanta, muchísimo mejor que el anterior BioShock, desde luego. Esta es una Rapture que mola mucho más. Dicho esto, creo que dejaremos aquí y continuamos en el próximo display. Hasta la próxima.